Hi, Arlene here from Hidden in Eden. Today we're going to do something a little bit fun. I'm going to show you how to do a single, well, if you want more than one, but basically single dreadlock in your hair. The reason I like this idea is because a dread here and there can give you fine hair volume, which is quite good. It can give you a little bit of something to appear like you've got more hair. Two, you can put beads and stuff on it, which gives it something a little bit interesting when your hair is boring. And one or two dreads is good because you can hide them when you're in a situation that you're not allowed them. You might have a job where you can't really express yourself, so they're fairly easy to hide, and it's a good way just to experiment. Maybe if you've been thinking of getting dreads, you can try with one or two. Fairly easy to do yourself. Although dreads are something that happen with progression. So we'll get started. Basically what you do is section it off where you want. Now for me, I had a hair wrap done a couple of months ago. I've recently taken it out, and with hair wraps, their natural phase is to dread at the roots, because the hair that falls out has nowhere to fall, so the ends just intertwine each other and grow as a dread. So for me, it was already dreaded about that much, if you can see it. And for me, I can't be bothered going through the pain of combing that out to begin with, so I've just left it like that for a week or so. And now I've decided I'm going to turn it into a little dread and put a few beads on it, just for something a little bit interesting in my what seems boring short hair. So what you want to do, if you're starting from, if you've had a hair wrap, it's a good way to start. That's how I usually start mine, but you can just start from scratch. If you're starting from scratch, just section out a little bit. It's about 1 centimetre by centimetre section. And we just clip away the rest of the hair. At the front is good. I've chosen towards the top so I can get that volume, and so that the hair over the top can easily fall through it, be seen through it. So you get your section, and what you do is simply back comb just lightly. Just pulling at the bottom and just lightly. And now with these in short hair, I'd leave the ends, because if you do the ends, it does shrink up quite a bit. You get less shrinkage if you leave the ends. And now you also need a crochet hook. You can get them from pharmacies or beauty shops, fairly cheap, health salon, hair supplies, things like that. You don't need a crochet hook, but that does help it to be. You could just leave it like that and back comb it every couple of days and let it progress over the time, but that's the harder way. Now what you do is you just twist, and you come in from the side, and you just pick up hair and pull. You come from all different angles and just pull the hair through like you're crocheting, but with the hair. And you twist as you go. Trying not to pull the hair too much. And as you get to the bottom, it'll be more difficult, but like I say, you don't really need to do the bottom. And then once you've done it a few times, you just roll it. Maybe a bit more back combing. Just sort of roll in your fingers as you crochet it. It's best to come in on a downward angle. You can feel any gaps where you've missed, like I just felt a section that was undreaded hair. It was silky and smooth, so that bit you just come in and pay a bit more attention to that bit. Now you may need to redo this maybe like once a week or so, until it's, for maybe 5 or 6 weeks, until it's established itself. And there you have it. We've got a little dread. Now comes the fun part, putting beads on it. It depends on how thick it is and how much hair you have, but here I have a couple of different types of beads. Need to make sure the hole in the middle is quite large. It's quite difficult to find beads with holes that big, and this is my favourite bead, so I'm going to try. You can use gel works really well, but I've just got some styling product here. I'm just going to put it on the end there just to make it stiff. What that does is make it like a stiff neck. Bend it over and a thing like that just to give you more leeway, and thread the bead up like so. So that one, we'll see, it's quite loose. You probably want it to be a little bit tighter than that, but we'll see how that goes. There's a little nodule there, so it should, if it's above that. There you go, it's something a bit fun and a bit different if you want to, if you've ever been toying with the idea of dreads, you can see how you go. If you keep it in, just make sure you brush all the hair around it, because sometimes it can bring out the hair in and create other mats of dread mess, which you don't really want. So you sort of avoid brushing that bit, but I often just pull it up and make sure I brush the hair around it. And then there you go.